Morning, and thank you everyone for being with us this morning. Welcome to the 32nd annual Francis M. Franklin Scholarship and Protégé virtual luncheon. Even though we are not in person today, we are truly here because, as the theme states, our success, your success, is a movement. I am Jowan Smith, Program Manager of the Black American Council, and I'm honored to serve as your Master of Ceremony. We thank you for joining us today as we uplift, celebrate, and recognize you, our students, our BAC mentees, for your outstanding dedication and participation as a mentee, your exceptional essay writing skills, your spectacular academic achievements, and yes, your graduation. Today is all about you, and we are extremely proud of you. Just a few housekeeping rules. Please remain on mute throughout the duration of the program. We will have to mute or dismiss anyone who cannot remain muted. And if you have any questions, please feel free to utilize the chat feature and someone from our committee will respond. So we would like for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our program as we celebrate you and your success during our 32nd annual Francis M. Franklin Scholarship and Protégé Luncheon. We will now have our version of Lift Every Voice and Sing, an instrumental version of Lift Every Voice and Sing, presented to you at this time. Thank you so much for that presentation that we just had featured. It gives me great pleasure now to present our distinguished and dynamic college president, Dr. Alex Johnson, with our welcome. Dr. Johnson.
Well, thank you very much, Jock, and let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you to an annual event designed to celebrate the achievements of some extraordinary students. I would be remiss if I did not reflect on the song, Lift Every Voice and Sing, which truly describes the purpose and promise of our people. So, Jock, I want to thank you for making that rendition first and foremost on our program today. As your president, once again, I'm so very, very pleased to welcome you. And as I indicated, this signature event is a culmination of programs and activities held throughout the year, and once again provides an opportunity for us to celebrate the accomplishments of our scholars. Tri-C is an innovative and inclusive learning community. You all know that, but it's dedicated to success and completion. And since 1963, it has provided high quality, affordable educational opportunities to more than 900,000 students. And I am especially proud to say that since 1969, the Black American Council has been working in the best interest of students, faculty, and staff to make an impact and a difference. For the past couple of years now, the way we learn, communicate, reflect, and celebrate are all very different due to the pandemic. But as we emerge from this health crisis, amid this year's theme, Our Success is a Movement, it reminds us that nothing can or will stop us from achieving our personal and collective goals. The theme also underscores the resiliency of African Americans whose ancestors arrived over 400 years ago on the shores of a country that eventually would become the United States, but working to recognize our contributions to the country's founding. And as we strive to overcome oppression in order to gain equal and inclusive change and equality, it's a work in progress. So in this regard, our this year's keynote speaker, Ms. Jowan Smith, exemplifies the tenacity of our people while working for the Cuyahoga County Department of Job and Family Services. Smith saw firsthand how the lack of post-secondary education options impacts our communities. Years later, while going through the college preparation process with her eldest daughter, she noticed the lack of resources available to parents in particular and decided to change that narrative and founded an organization called Getting Our Babies to College 101. I want to share with you that your ongoing sponsorship of today's events and the Francis M. Franklin Memorial Scholarship Fund in our foundation is greatly appreciated. And your contributions will ensure that many more students have the financial support they need to complete their educational journey. So once again, thank you so very much for allowing me to bring these opening remarks, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Thank you so much for being with us. Next, we will have Dr. Lemuel Stewart, President of the Black American Council, who will provide our occasion. Dr. Stewart.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Lemuel Stewart, President of the Black American Council Advisory Board. It is a pleasure to welcome you to our 32nd annual Francis M. Franklin Scholarship and Protégé Luncheon. Our theme this year, as you've heard, is Our Success is a Movement. This theme was chosen to recognize the academic success of our students that have achieved in dealing with the pandemic and overcoming many obstacles that pandemic brought about. And we are still on a movement toward success. The Black American Council was founded in 1969 as the Black Caucus, with a mission to support and encourage students, faculty, and staff of color to be able to achieve their academic and professional goals. The Black Caucus became the Black American Council in 2015, and the focus continues to be on equity and inclusive excellence, particularly as it applies to our students, faculty, and staff of color. Throughout the program, we will acknowledge the students of the BAC who have excelled in academic performance, penmanship, and college and community service. We are proud of all of our students' accomplishments, and we celebrate those accomplishments today. The Black American Council is active on all of our major campuses, and throughout the year, the BAC provides forums for students that have included both college faculty and staff, as well as community leaders. We've held several virtual events this year, including the Minority Women's Leadership Initiative held their Lean On Me event, and the Minority Male Leadership Academy held the second annual Black and Brown Male Summit, just to name a few. All of the BAC programs are geared to broaden students' knowledge and resources and expand their networking capacity. The Black American Council is proud of our record of serving students, and the BAC currently is serving 259 students as mentees, with 148 faculty and staff serving as mentors. The BAC is also proud to report that we have an 84% retention rate fall to spring and a 91% graduation rate of our mentees. That's something to be celebrated. We celebrated 24 Black American Council students who graduated this past fall, and we'll celebrate 36 students who will complete their degree requirements over spring and summer terms. The BAC celebrates a total of 60 graduates for the 21-22 academic year. And this year, the BAC will award an estimated $40,000 in merit, honor, and essay scholarships this year. These numbers speak to the success of our mentoring programs and the dedication of our mentors to our students. And this is why we are all here today, to celebrate the academic success of our students. The Black American Council would like to thank our community supporters, our administrators, faculty, and staff for all of your continuous financial support and your presence here today at the Francis M. Franklin Scholarship and Protégé Luncheon to support our students. On behalf of the students we serve, they too would like to thank you and assure you that your support is greatly appreciated. Finally, to our students, we thank you for your continued commitment to your education and always remember that you are a part of the BAC family. Thank you. And I'll turn it back to you, John.
Thank you, Dr. Stewart, for providing our occasion. Thank you very much for that. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Vice President of the Black American Council Auxiliary Committee, Dr. Terry A. Webb, who will provide our invocation for today.
Good evening, everyone. May we bow our heads if you do that. Today, God, we thank you for allowing the Black American Council to survive and thrive in unprecedented times. It is only because of God's grace and mercy this organization can survive and continue to be a blessing to so many. We are eternally grateful that in 1969, you anointed individuals to do which others would not do. That is to challenge the inequities in education, employment, and society, not just in empty rhetoric or tears, but through strategic marshaling of those who will do what is right, no matter what is the cost. That same fortitude and integrity of founders was evident during the pandemic, and BAC continues to be a blessing to students, exemplifying success as a movement. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Today, dear God, we ask you to continue to bless those who labor in the vineyards of our students, faculty, and staff, that you continue to empower and embolden the mentors, administration, and others who so valiantly do the right thing when it may not be the popular thing to do. Now, God, will you bless the Black American Council, every mentee, every mentor, everyone that's affiliated to continue to fight the good fight that is pleasing in your sight. Please bless everyone under the sound of my voice, for this is the day you have given us, and today we rejoice over the accomplishments of our students, mentees, friends, family, and co-workers. We will continue to press on for the prize of equity in education and in society. Thank God. We pray this in all things in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Webb. It gives me great pleasure now to introduce our keynote speaker, Ms. Jowan Smith. As Dr. Johnson provided some background information, I will provide additional information on this phenomenal woman. Born and raised, Ms. Jowan Smith was born and raised in Cleveland, and she has a big heart for the city of Cleveland. After graduating from John Hay High School, she started a career in event planning and earned degrees in business and marketing from Bryant and Stratton College and Cleveland State University. While working for the Cuyahoga County Department of Job and Family Services, Ms. Smith saw firsthand how the lack of post-secondary education options impacts our community. Years later, while going through the college preparation process with her eldest daughter, she noticed the lack of resources available and decided to change that narrative. Ms. Smith's Getting Our Babies to College 101 proposal won the education category in the Cleveland Leadership Center's Accelerate 2017 competition. She created the curriculum to assist families with the post-secondary education process, starting in middle school. As CEO, Ms. Smith facilitates workshops in 5 local school districts and in 1 prison. The program has already helped thousands of students and parents navigate the journey to a college degree. In 2019, Ms. Smith created an event for young men ages 6 through 21 called 1,000 Ties. The goal of the event, which features workshops on self-love, handshaking, eye contact, and communication skills, as well as a lesson on how to tie a tie, is to impart skills that will benefit participants throughout their lives and to connect them with community mentors. That event inspired Ms. Smith to create 1,000 Ties Etiquette program, which won the Accelerate 2020 competition and 2021 Stiletto Boss Award. Ms. Smith has been recognized with several other recent awards, including Future History Maker of 2019, the 2019 NCNW Trailblazer Award, CPL Drum Major of Change Award in 2020, and a 2020 Phenomenal Woman Award. She was also honored as an emerging philanthropist by Soul Philanthropy Cleveland 2019. She is the author of 2 children's books, Zakari Goes to College and Grandma Hattie's Ice Cream, and is currently working on her 3rd. As a mother of 2, Ms. Smith is connected to our youth, our youth's current needs and goals. She does this work because she feels it is her purpose. It's more than a business, it's a movement. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you our 2022 Francis and Franklin keynote speaker, Ms. Jowan Smith.
Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. I want to thank Cuyahoga Community College's Black American Council for this amazing opportunity. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. I'm Jowan Smith, the CEO of Getting Our Babies to College and 1000 Ties. When I received this invite to speak at this amazing luncheon, the main thing that stood out to me was the theme, our success is a movement. Over the last 5 years, that's been my whole platform because everything within what I've done has become a movement. So much so that the tagline for my business is actually, it's more than a business, it's a movement. I decided on that because while this is work, it's all about the people that we serve. Empowering families to be a resource for themselves is my purpose. I love being a piece of the puzzle that works daily to revitalize my community. I'm often heard asking people a question when I meet them, what piece of the puzzle do you play? A lot of times people have to sit and think like, what piece of the puzzle am I? But everybody is a piece to this puzzle, and that also creates huge opportunities for your success to be a movement. In Cleveland alone, 35.2% of the residents live in poverty, with similar statistics in surrounding cities, with almost 90% of those families being single parent households. I'm a part of that statistic. So what I've always used was my pain points, things that affected me directly. I wanted to always try to help and find a solution for those things. So this philanthropic chapter of my life started when my daughter decided she wanted to go to college. As a single mother, I knew there was no way that I could afford to send her. So I started to look for resources that could help to make this happen. I had a hard time finding support for me as a parent, so I started to do the research myself. As a strong athlete, I knew that we could potentially use this opportunity to get my daughter to college, but what I noticed was the lack of scouts that were actually coming into the inner city of Cleveland to look for our athletes. So I took it upon myself to learn how could I get my child scouted. As I was going through this process, other parents started to notice what was happening for my child and ask for assistance. What I decided to do then was to share my knowledge. My grandparents always raised us to always be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. So what I decided to do was to start helping these families, and it turned into a full-time hobby of me helping families to figure out how to navigate the college prep process. So much so that one of the staff members from the school actually asked me to come in and start to help their parents with the FAFSA. After all of my research and all of my daughter's hard work with getting her scouted, she ended up graduating 6th in her class and actually earned the academic scholarship. So yes, we did a lot of work, but she ended up getting it on her own. She was actually told by someone, because she had dyslexia, that she should probably go straight into the workforce instead of pursuing college. And this actually motivated her to push harder to achieve academic goals. At that point, I decided that I wanted to continue on with this work and be able to help other people because we were successful in that regard. I started to get into different pitch competitions around the city of Cleveland. I was able to earn money in the Cleveland Leadership Center Accelerate competition when I won the education category, and I had the pleasure of meeting one of the CEOs of the largest school district. He saw the value in my initiative and I was awarded my first contract. Funny thing is, it really wasn't a business yet. So I had to hurry up and create this business that will be able to service our family. So I'm always telling people my business had a body before it had legs because there was such a huge need. GLBTC is currently in 7 school districts, empowering parents to be resources for their scholars. To date, we have worked with over 20,000 families all over the country. Their success is a movement. Then one day, I saw my son trying to teach himself how to tie-tie on YouTube. This inspired me to do something else. It inspired me to create an organization called 1,000 Ties. With this, I saw our young men were lacking in those basic skills of being able to not only tie a tie, but also when it came to communication and networking and socializing and just the basic of being able to connect with their peers, this was an issue. To date, our 1,000 Ties initiatives has our community-based mentoring program, and we're also in 4 school districts where we're teaching life skills, not only to young men, but to young women as well. In the last year alone, we have helped over 8,000 youth, and their success is a movement. While all of this was going on, I started writing children's books thanks to my mentor, Margaret Bernstein. I found out that 66% of the residents in Cuyahoga County are functionally illiterate. This really hurt my heart, so I decided I wanted children to see themselves in the books that they read. I also thought it was important that our children read about things that they can relate to in hopes of helping to change the narrative. I wrote 3 books and became a published journalist with the cover story on best-selling author Sharon Draper. These are some of the branches in the movement of my tree. Even as I was preparing for this speech, the wind was blowing through my tree. This morning, I was notified that I will be awarded the Community Service Award at the Ohio Black Expo. I'm so thankful for this award and the others that I have been presented. It's a representation of my role in the movement, just as you will be able to watch your success become a movement. Most people have inspirational quotes that they use daily. My quotes all came from my personal angels. Always finish what you start. My grandmother, Peggy Moss, always said that. Life is like a roller coaster. Once you get on, you have to ride it until the end. My grandfather, Charles Moss, always said that. And even though they worded it different, it's the same goal, that you finish what you start, no matter what the barrier is, whatever the obstacle becomes. We've dealt with a lot of obstacles over the last couple of years with the pandemic, and life happens. So being able to finish what you start, whether that means going back to the drawing board and starting over, but still sticking to what the goal is. And my last quote is, make something shake. My best friend, DJ Joe Boom, used to always say that. And what he means by that is, if you see an issue, do something about it. If you see a void, fill it. Always be that person that's not afraid to speak up. And so he always said that to me. Sorry. Okay, so if you are a person that has heard my story, then you know that I started this work in an effort to advocate for my children. But the spark that actually started the fire was that one day someone looked at me and they told me that I was just a mother. I'm more than just a mother. You're more than just a. I'm an entrepreneur and a CEO. I'm a published journalist. I'm a published author. I'm a philanthropist, a commercial model, a public speaker, an award winner, an event planner, a publicist, and I'm a mom. So when you get to run your credits, you never let anyone tell you that you are just a. So anytime someone tries to tell you that you are just a, remember, you are deserving. You are sitting at that table are in that position because you are deserving. Your success is a part of our story as a community. You are the future educators, medical professionals, public service workers, entrepreneurs, artists, politicians, tradesmen, and so much more. Our success will break generational cycles of poverty, improve our community, and create opportunities for our youth. Our success is a movement. So anytime someone tries to tell you to put you in a bubble and tell you that you are just remember that on this day, this mother told you that you are deserving. You are more than just Congratulations to all of the scholarship recipients and good luck in the next chapter of your journey. Our success is a movement. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your moving story, your movement, story of movement, and thank you for being with us today. Your success is phenomenal, and we thank you for encouraging our students and everyone here today. Thank you so much. And next, we would like to present Dr. Terry Webb once again, who will give our words of thank you and I should say not words of thank you, but recognize our outstanding mentees of this year for 2022. Dr. Webb.
All right. Our first outstanding mentee is Chantel Johnson, and her mentor is Cheryl DeMello. Chantel Johnson, written by Cheryl DeMello, was in my English 1020 class at Metro Campus in fall 2014. She was a diligent student, always seeking clarification and advice. She was frequently visiting the Writing Center to get help when she needed it. Her hard work and perseverance earned her an A in my class. On my advice, Chantel joined the Black American Council and requested me as a mentor. We've met and corresponded fairly regularly since then. I found out that she had been a foster child with a really tough life. She was adopted at age 10 and lived in a Jewish group home between the ages of 15 and 20. Eventually, she landed a full-time job as an STNA at a nursing home. She worked there for 22 years until she was let go in 2016. Shattered by this setback, it took some time to get back on her feet, but she stayed positive. Chantel enrolled in a nursing program at Tri-C but dropped out in 2020. Discouraged by the extremely challenging workload, when she discussed her future, she said she planned to complete an Associate of Science degree and look for a job. I persuaded her to reconsider and connected her with Linda Lanier in the Metro Counseling Office. Shortly after meeting Linda, she re-enrolled in a nursing program to continue following her dream to become an LPN. Chantel received an Associate of Science degree from Tri-C last year and maintained a 3.0 GPA. She's working as hard as she can in the nursing program, balancing coursework with a part-time job as a home health aide. In spite of all the challenges and hardships she's faced, Chantel has forged ahead. She's taken advantage of Tri-C resources like tutoring and counseling and remains an active BAC member. Let's give her a round of applause. Chantel, you are amazing.
Congratulations, Chantel. Saw you on here. You can unmute real quick.
Our next outstanding mentee, Dante Jones. His mentor is none other than Dr. Christopher Hawkins. Dante Jones came to Eastern Campus Counseling Center as a new student in fall 2021. He didn't have clear direction in mind, but he knew he liked English and computers. As our sessions progressed, Dante divulged that he was recently left his union job as a carpenter because he no longer found satisfaction in his work. He also shared that he was a single dad. His passion for finding a new career path while being a positive role model for his son was evident. I informed him of the Black American Council's mentoring component and suggested that he join. After becoming his mentor, I noticed that whenever Dante was given tasks to complete, he did so with extreme dedication. He went over and above whatever was asked of him, followed all directions to the letter, and exceeded every expectation. Because he was working so hard to balance all his personal responsibilities, we sought out every financial aid opportunity to him. This included higher education emergency relief funds, formerly known as HERF, a Pell Grant, and other scholarships that helped relieve the financial pressure. With this barrier removed, he was even able to start his own business, Right Way LLC. Dante is now a full-time Mandel Scholar with a 3.5 GPA. Elected to student government this spring, he serves as Senator-at-Large at the Eastern Campus and is a 2022 Democracy Fellow. He is still a dedicated BAC member and mentee, often helping his fellow students in the BAC virtual drop-in. He will complete an Associate of Arts degree in spring 23 and transfer to Cleveland State University to pursue a bachelor's degree in computer science. Dante Jones exemplifies what a mentee should be. It will give me great joy to see him achieve even higher levels of excellence. Let's give Dante Jones a round of applause.
Outstanding.
Wow, thank you so much.
Outstanding. Congratulations.
You are welcome.
It gives me great pleasure now to introduce Ms. Rolanda Ellis Hill, Dean of Students of the Metro Campus, who will introduce and present our essay scholarship winners, along with our Elzelda Singleton Davis Scholarship winner for this year.
Thank you, Jock. I am excited to once again bring to you the Francis E. Franklin Scholarship Essay winners. As in the previous 2 years, we continue to open the competition to include other areas of scholarship, scholastic ability, so that students were able to submit entries using 3 modalities once again: creative writing, media, and performance. This year, again, we received many excellent entries, actually more than we did last year. This year's prompt addressed this year's theme, Our Success as a Movement, and read, social justice movements like Black Lives Matters, Me Too, and equal voting rights have been instrumental in changing the global landscape and creating opportunities for success. Many of these movements began with the individual making a change. Create an entry that illustrates how our success is a movement that can have a positive impact in our community. And as you see, we had this year's winners included Emmanuel, Amadou, Jennifer, Akello, Shelton, Henry, Simon Apaga, Dante Jones, Elijah Middlebrooks, Judy Inwaga, Alois Gunn, Agalade, and Jamela Woods. Congratulations to all of our winners. Now, I will announce this year's winners for the Elzelda Singleton Davis Scholarship. The purpose of this award is to provide scholarship support for an African-American female who's a sophomore at Cuyahoga Community College's Metropolitan Campus and who has demonstrated academic excellence in the humanities, and that excludes education and physical science. The winner is required to be matriculating to an upper division college or university. And I am proud to announce that our 2021-22 Elzelda Singleton Davis Scholarship recipient is Ramir Martin. Ramir will be attending Cleveland State University, and she will receive $2,550 for the next 2 semesters. That is 2022 to 23, as well as the 23 to 24 school years. Congratulations, Ramir. And at this time, we will bring to you Dr. Lemuel Stewart to present our Academic Excellence Award. Lem.
I have the pleasure of introducing the students for academic excellence as well as merit scholarships. So the Academic Excellence Awards is a student who has a GPA of 3.5 to 4.0 and has 24 or more institutional credit hours. The award amount is $1,000, and our awardee is Ms. Judith Nwagu. Congratulations, Judith. And now we will announce the Merit Award winners. These students are continuing students with a GPA of 3.0 to 3.49, and again have 24 or more institutional credit hours. The award amount these students will receive is $750. The awardees are Rumesha Abdul Zahir, Timothy Bonner, Rose Brown, Brittany Boosie, Juan Collado, Sophia Alama, Candace Henderson, Skyling Houston, Chantel Johnson, Tymisha Keys, Morgan Martin, Brianna McMullins, Tariq Murray, Stella Ocello, Tyshana Porter, Henry Shelton, Stephen Walker, and Jordan Wright. Congratulations to you all. And our Academic Achiever Awards. These are students, continuing students, with a GPA of 2.5 to 2.99, again with 24 or more institutional credit hours. These students will receive an award of $500. These students are Desiree Battle, Olga Cologne, Mamie Diop, Muhana Dai, Sean Glenn, Asia Graham, Kevin Hawk, Alicia Hendrickton, Diamond Lewis, Shantavia McIntyre Arnold, Howard Monroe, Gideon Nituga, Al Amin Imnoli, Lania Perry, Radhika Phillips, Makala Price, Denise Reyes, Amber Nicole Ricks, Povada Scott, Olebo Sidipo, Delilah Tolles, Desai Walker, Rashad K. Watley, and Anisha Young. Congratulations to you all. And now we will recognize our graduates. These are our spring 2022 students that will complete their degree requirements over the spring and summer terms. Those students are Ariel Austin, Robert K. Jr., Mia Cloud, Brenda Colbert, Liddy Crum, Devon Cummings, who is my mentee, congratulations, Latoya Curry, Maria Escalante, Martina Fabian, Larissa Goodman, Irene Graves, Jasmine Graves, Darren Hall Jr., Erica Hampter, and Veronica Jones. Dr. Webb?
And to continue on with our list of illustrious graduates, We have Ryan Kendrick, Faith Kilgo, Armaine Lawson, Alexis Marshall, Ramir Martin, Anissa McDade, Angelic Miller, Carly Mosley, Jessica Mullins, Kaduwala Okafor, Lanicia Owens Palmer, Jeremy Parks, Lavonda Patterson, Danielle Pettis, Stephanie Rains, Susanna Ramadani, Serena Robinson, Antoinise Sidnor, Stephen Thomas, and Tamaya Wilson. Congratulations on achieving this level of excellence in your life.
Congratulations, everyone. Please note for the graduation stole pickup on the screen here, it'll be May 18th and 19th at the in the Multicultural Center at the Metro Campus and the Multicultural Center at the Eastern Campus. Please check your emails for registration for you to register your pickup time. So I want to make sure you put that in there because stoles are here, but we're doing them on this day in particular, these 2 days in particular. Next, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Cynthia Martin, who is the co-chair of the Francis M. Franklin Luncheon Scholarship Committee, and she will provide our closing remarks. Dr. Martin?
Thank you. As co-chair of the 32nd Annual Francis M. Franklin Scholarship and Protégé Luncheon, I sincerely thank you for attending this very special celebration of our Black American Council mentees and their mentors. Our theme this year is very fittingly, Our Success is a Movement. This theme emphasizes the resolve of our African ancestors who, over 400 years ago, decided to not be deterred by the physical and psychological restraints placed upon them by the inhumane system of slavery. Therefore, the progress of African Americans will never become stagnant because any type of movement, whether physical or intellectual, requires motion, development, and especially change, all of which translates into success. Every time each one of us experiences success, it moves all of us a little bit further down the road toward reaching all of our desired goals. So what does a successful movement look like? It looks like our keynote speaker, Ms. Jowan Smith, with her Getting Our Babies to College 101 curriculum, which encourages our African American parents of 11, 12, and 13-year-olds to start talking to their children about going to college. Ms. Smith also reaches out to the young men in our communities by showing them not only, as she said in her speech to us, how to properly tie a necktie, but also how to improve their communication skills and cultivate self-love. A successful movement looks just like our Black American Council mentees under the guidance of their very astute Black American Council mentors. And they continue to add vitality to our movement with the numerous scholarships, awards, and accolades they have received. A successful movement looks just like Dr. Alex Johnson, president of Cuyahoga Community College. Dr. Johnson, your strong leadership and support for our Black American Council mentoring program speaks volumes about the depth of your commitment to the college. You will be missed. I personally am very grateful to have had the opportunity to get to know you. And please know that we all wish you well on your life's new journey. On behalf of the Francis M. Franklin Scholarship Luncheon Committee, I would like to thank Mr. Brad Scott, Director of Network Service at the college, for sharing his technical expertise with us to make this virtual celebration of our Black American Council mentoring program a success. I would also like to thank all of the donors for their contributions and continuous support of our students and of our Francis M. Franklin Scholarship and Protégé Luncheon. I would like to thank Vice President Angela Johnson for her tremendous support and Ms. Sherry Rako for her assistance. I would like to send a special thank you to our foundation department, which includes Megan O'Brien, Kate McDade, and Rebecca Crumhensel, and to our Francis and Franklin Scholarship Luncheon Committee, which includes Ms. Cicely Campbell, co-chair of the Francis and Franklin Scholarship Luncheon Committee, Ms. Shameen Jones, the administrative assistant of the Black American Council, Ms. Brihanna Whitlock, program assistant of the Black American Council, and Ms. Katie Utrada from our integrated communications department. Thank all of you for coming. I'm very happy to see everyone here and celebrating with us. Have a wonderful rest of the afternoon and be blessed.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to all our graduates and all of our awardees. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all for
Congratulations
being
to our
here.
scholars.
Great program, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Chantel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, bye, Mr. Mello. Thank you, everybody.
You're so welcome. Congratulations.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Did you want us to stay on here for a minute or we dismiss?
We can leave. I just was staying on until everyone was off before I closed because
I was wondering. I was trying to see what you want.
Great program, and efficient too.